Hey guys, and welcome back to this Chelsea FIFA 19 career mode. Just to let you know what's going to happen today, there will definitely be some gameplay. We're going to play the Community Shield game against Arsenal. What we'll do is we'll sim the remaining pre-season competition games. Could be one of them if we lose to Real Madrid, or we could have the semi-final and then the final with a chance for a bit of extra budget and prize money, which would be great. What's really surprised me from reading through the comments is the number of fans of Kennedy and Tammy Abraham. I thought they would be players that we sold for sure, because I can't see any of them getting any game time. But you guys seem very, very keen to keep Kennedy, so that means we don't need another left back. So Alex Telles will not be joining the club. We just won't transfer list Kennedy. We'll keep him around. Obviously 78 rated, can play left wing, can play left mid, and can play as a left wing back as well. Obviously the left wing bit doesn't show, but he definitely can play there. And also the fans of Tammy Abraham, I mean, 77 rated at 21 years old. To me, he's not a great player, but a lot of you guys are keen for me to give him an opportunity, so we'll keep him around, and that is exactly what we'll do. We're going to have a lot of games this season with the Champions League, also the early rounds of the Domestic Cup, so that might be his chance to shine. In the meantime, so many of you commenting. Where is he? Can't even see him on this list. Where's Victor Moses? Where is he? Can't see him. He's on the right winger, isn't he? Victor Moses. A lot of you saying, look, 28 years old, 78 rated overall. Get rid of him. He's unhappy. Anyway, we will transfer list Victor Moses, and we will also transfer list Pedro. It's actually already transfer listed. His contract's expiring in 12 months, as are a lot of players, but the ones that we want to keep, we will renew. So don't worry about that. In terms of the shortlist, I've updated it based on your comments. So many of you still want De Ligt, but you can see we've been beaten to that transfer by Bayern Munich, so that won't be happening in this window. However, David Luiz for Varane would be a potential swap. Varane, 26 years old at Real Madrid, in his prime, would be one of those superstar signings, along with either Insigne, Asensio, I can't even say, can't even speak today, Insigne, Asensio, Lafont as a backup keeper, potentially. But so many of you also suggesting this man, Leon Bailey, from Leverkusen. He hasn't moved yet, so maybe this is our time to pounce and strike and get that deal over the line. But I'm not sure which one of these three wingers, obviously considering we're going to let Pedro or Willian or both go. Most of you say both, like the poll suggested. Maybe we'll buy two wingers, two world-class wingers. We've got a lot of backup in that position, but we'll have to see. First of all, we're going to try and tempt Real Madrid into selling Varane, because for me, he is the best young centre-back in the world right now. And if we offer a certain David Luiz, who's only valued at 13 million now, obviously he's 32 years old, so getting on a little bit. Do they want David Luiz? Player plus cash deal. They want 87 million pounds as well. Oof! Not going to happen. Maybe David Luiz and 50 mil. Actually, we'll start lower than that. David Luiz and 40 mil. Obviously, you can see Varane is valued at 49. Maybe they're going to storm out here. Going to have to do better than that. How about 87.2? Wow, they lowered that, didn't they? Maybe David Luiz and 45. It just goes on forever sometimes, but we're going to submit the new offer. I really want Varane to join the club. Look, your Varane offer is still like 87.3 now. I think they're just being very awkward about this. He has a release clause of like, I think it's 101 million anyway. David Luiz and 55 million, obviously saving on a little bit of budget there. They're going to think about it. David Luiz and 55 million for Varane, they're going to consider. I expect this transfer window to be very busy. We're meeting with the Leverkusen representatives now over a potential deal for Leon Bailey. Maybe we could use Willian in this deal. Maybe, or Pedro. Maybe Pedro first. Would they be interested? Yes, in a player plus cash deal. They want a lot of money. See, he's valued at 36 mil. We're offering Pedro in the deal as well. So let's say Pedro and 30 mil. Obviously, I know we're going to end up paying more than this, but it's the point in negotiations, isn't it? Start low, start with what you're willing to give, and then let them come down and find a compromise in the middle. Pedro, 35 mil. So basically, his valuation plus Pedro at the moment, which would be a good deal for us. Not willing to reduce his price any further. Oh, that's a lie. We know that's a lie. But, Pedro and 40 mil. Now we're jumping up. We're jumping up a little bit. Going to take some time to think about it. Cool. Thought you might say that. Next up, Marco Asensio. We're going to offer for all of these three players. And in this one, we're going to try and use Willian as the bait. He's valued at 24 million. Do they want him? They do. A player plus cash deal. They want 90 million. Man, that is crazy. We'll drop it down to 50. Again, they might storm out at this point. You never know how they're going to react. It's a £74 million bid, essentially, when you put Willian's value into the mix. We'll go up in increments. 60 mil plus Willian for a player that's very young. 23 years old and already 86 rated. I'm selling for 86. Oh, they're coming down slowly. They're really hard to negotiate with, Real Madrid. I know I'm being really tight and really stingy here, but that's the aim of the game, right? We've got to get the best deal for our club. They're going to need some time, right? Cool. You take your time, lads. 3 offers, all being considered for top players. First response is the Asensio one. They want 83 million for Marco. We're going to negotiate that. Not willing to pay quite that much. Not willing to pay quite that much. Maybe we'll leave this and pursue somebody else. I can't remember what we offered before. Was it 65? Willian and 65? Is that what we offered before? Right, okay. Willian and 70, but now we're getting into big money talks right now. Willian and 17 million, but don't forget, Willian's getting on a little bit. So really not willing to reduce the price any further. You know what? We'll pull out of this deal. I'm going to pull out of this Asensio deal now. Maybe we'll sell Willian for cash. Who knows? So Pasalic has gone. 13 million added to the budget. He's agreed a deal with West Ham. An offer has come in from Napoli for left-back Baba Rahman. Yeah, it's pretty much on his valuation. Let's get rid of him. Player that's not going to feature. And bad news in terms of the other deals. They want 56 million plus Pedro for Bailey. That's all right. And they want 87 million plus David Luiz. Is that plus David Luiz? Is David Luiz included in that deal? It must be. Let's negotiate again. We'll go Bailey first. Pedro, 52.5 and a 5% sell-on. That's a better offer. We can agree on that. Okay, now we're into Leon Bailey territory. Let's see what we can do. But first, we're going to meet up with Real Madrid again in regards... Voice squeak, love that. In regards to the Varane offer. I really want to get Varane. I really do, and obviously, wage budget-wise, we'd be saving because we've got players going in the other direction, but I feel like this one's going to be a bit tougher to negotiate. 87 and David Luiz. Man. David Luiz and 65. David Luiz's valuation is lower than what I would expect it to be at this point. They're playing real hardball, man. Is David Luiz and 70 million even a good deal? 70 million still seems ridiculously expensive. Ridiculously expensive. Maybe Skriniar would be the better option. We spoke about him before. Yeah, let's pull out of the Varane deal as well. Negotiating with Leon Bailey then himself. He's going to get regular first team football. That's exactly what's going to happen because he can play on either side. Of course, this deal has Pedro going in the other direction. He wants a 5-year deal. Absolutely cool with that. No problem to me whatsoever. We're going to disregard a release clause. I don't want one in there. He's currently on 61k at Leverkusen. So maybe 70k. And what should we give him? 175k for signing on. I don't know if that's going to be enough or whether he's going to be offended by that. We'll have a little look. Fair offer. Client is happy. Leon Bailey, the latest signing to join Chelsea. And that should make a lot of you happy because his name was constantly coming up in the comments. So we were heavily linked with this man, Skriniar. We're meeting with Inter Milan's representatives now. Heavily linked in the first season that we did with Chelsea in the very, very first transfer window. Again, we're going to look for David Luiz to go the other way. But I don't want to completely butcher the squad. But we've got so many centre-back options now with Zuma coming back and Christensen re-signing. Are Inter Milan interested? They're looking to bring in a midfielder, a fullback, or a striker. So first of all, have a look at fullbacks. Midfielder, fullback, or a striker. Don't really want to let any of them go. Midfielders. I'll tell you what, Bakayoko going the other way may not be such a bad thing. Valued at 17 million as well. Would they consider Bakayoko? Yes. Player plus cash deal. Not 70 million though. Crikey. We'll offer you Bakayoko plus his valuation of 45 million. No, that's too much. Too much to start with. Bakayoko plus 40 mil. You see Bakayoko there valued at 17 mil. Run it, 67. I should delegate this, shouldn't I really? But I want to do it myself. I like a hands-on approach. 45 mil plus Bakayoko. Going in the other direction. Do we have a deal? No. My word. 50 million plus Bakayoko. Starting to get annoyed by this. I'm not going to go much higher. Might be another deal that we're going to pull out of. Okay, 50 million plus Bakayoko. They're going to consider for Skriniar. Obviously, De Ligt would have been the guy we went for, but Munich have got him. So, semi-final of the Asian Elite Cup then. We've put out a very strong side here against Real Madrid. You know what's going to happen. Yep, exactly that. 3 minutes in, Lucas Vazquez gives Real Madrid the lead. But Leon Bailey, 15 minutes into his first appearance for us, has equalised. Where is... I'm just trying to see if Asensio's in the team. He's not, but Azpilicueta has given us the lead on the 38-minute mark. Alvaro Morata makes it 3-1 against his former club. What a performance the boys are putting in here. Kante makes it Chelsea 4, Real Madrid 1. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. The squad is really taking shape. I know it's only pre-season, and look at the team they put out. It's hardly their first team. Just look at the names they've got on the bench. Asensio not even in the squad. So additional prize money has happened. 3.6 million for getting through to the final. See, these are the kind of deals that I would have been open to. Would have been open to letting Tammy Abraham go on loan to Lazio. Lazio, a good side. They had success in Europe last year. He would develop there, but so many of you want to keep him. So we'll delete that email and pretend it never happened. They want 68 million plus Bakayoko for Skriniar. Do you know what? I would rather go back to Real Madrid and say, do you know what? Take David Luiz, we'll pay for Varane, and we'll go from there. I don't think 68 mil plus Bakayoko is a good deal. I know I'm being stingy. I know I've got the money to do it, but I don't see value in that for us. I know at this point that so many of you are going to be quite angry, but we've got Maguire, we've got Zuma, we've got Christensen, we've got Rudiger, we have Ampadu, we've got centre-back options coming out of our ears. We don't need to go spending 70 million and giving away a midfielder just to make that happen. We don't need to. Could we? Could we make this happen? I've seen his name pop up in the comments time and time again. Probably the most exciting young player in the world right now. Definitely the most exciting young player in the world for me right now. Do we try and lure him to the Premier League? Using Willian as bait for PSG. We'll try. We'll try and make this our one marquee star superstar signing. Cannot see it happening. We're offering Willian in exchange. They're looking to bring in a striker, a fullback, or a centre-back. PSG. They like David Luiz, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do. Been there before. Maybe we could do Chelsea to PSG, Chelsea to PSG. That would be a first in history, wouldn't it? In terms of transfer. Whoa, David Luiz and 153 million. Okay. Now let's push the boat out here. David Luiz and 100 million. It's Mbappe. The price is going to be astronomical if we're going to push this deal. If we're going to make it go through. Be one of the biggest transfers in history. 100 million plus David Luiz from Mbappe. No, they want 153. Right, we're going to have to up this quickly. What about... I don't even have the money to do it. 110, I don't have to be so precise. 110 and David Luiz. 153. We don't have that money. How about 120 and David Luiz? Go on PSG. This would be our one superstar marquee signing. We'd definitely let... Ooh, it's a possibility. It's not going to happen, is it? Let's not get excited. Oh, look, they've come back with exactly the same offer. Or exactly the same asking price that they did before. We can push them down. I'm sure a lot of you want Mbappe. I'll keep seeing his name reappear in the comments. 125 mil. Is that going to be enough? Or is that going to be enough to push PSG over the line here? They were close before. They considered it. How about 150 but a sell-on fee? Keep the sell-on fee. And 130. Final offer. Final offer. Ooh, don't get excited yet. Don't get excited yet. But Mbappe could be on his way to the bridge. He would definitely be a crucial player. I'm sure that's what he wants. Yes, it is. Let's discuss the length of contract. 5 years, Kylian? 5 years? Yes. Release clause. Disregard it. I don't want one put in there. So he's telling me he wants 140k a week. That is low. That is low. He wants 1.3 million and an additional bonus of 1.9 when he scores 10 goals for the club. We could do that. We could do that right now and make this deal happen. I want to do a poll, but obviously I haven't got time. I'm here and now and I've got to make this choice. Done. Mbappe joins Chelsea. I don't know if that's good or bad. So that's David Luiz going in the other direction, right? At this point, no more marquee signings. We'll get Pedro out. We'll get Willian out now. because we've got Leon Bailey and Mbappe coming in. Two very, very good replacements. Look at the cutscene. How good does he look in that Chelsea kit, by the way? I would love to see that in real life. And to be fair, why wouldn't he come? We're the champions of England, the Premier League, the most famous league in the world. Not the best, necessarily. There's some massive players in La Liga, but he was in Ligue 1 with PSG, right? Surely the Premier League is an attractive proposition for him. Babarama's just sold. Seems like really trivial news now. We've got 8 million added to the budget, but this is where the real test comes. Final of the Asian Elite Cup. We've got Juventus. The tricky part is going to be fitting all these players into the team. Look at our bench, by the way. Batshuayi, Zaha, Leon Bailey, Loftus-Cheek, Barkley, Zuma, Christensen. Players like Willian not even in the squad, but obviously we're going to look to move him on, and it's a goal for us. It's Marcus Alonso, but the lead didn't last long as Benatia gets Juventus level. Morata scored against his former club, Real Madrid. Juve also his former club, which is why he's starting, and Icardi is out on some international competition at this stage. Ronaldo, though, CR7 himself, has come up with what is probably the winning goal. It was the winning goal. Juve win the Asia Elite Cup. Who cares? Just realised we haven't yet signed a backup keeper, which could be a little bit of a problem. Lafont was the guy who was constantly mentioned. I know he's really overused in career mode, but he's got a release clause of 19 mil, so maybe we can get him on the cheap with the money that we have left over from like the Babaraman deal. It's just a backup keeper to play in Europe, maybe the cup competitions. We haven't got a lot of money to spend because obviously we've got 17 mil, and that's with no wage budget, so we're going to have to try and get Lafont in on the cheap. I don't know how much he's like worth on FIFA, so this 10 million pid, oh, right, obviously more than that. One thing that I did see people asking yesterday is which teams come up from the Premier League, from the Championship to the Premier League. Sorry, you can see Aston Villa back in the big time. They deserve to be there. Big club. If we scroll down a little bit further, Stoke City are back up, and West Brom are back up as well. So 3 teams that you'd expect to be in the sort of promotional running. Villa not had the best of time of it. Obviously, Steve Bruce been sacked. JT's there now as assistant, so good luck to him. But Frank Lampard couldn't get Derby up. Offers coming in. Victor Moses. Offer from Wolves. That would be a realistic move. I could see him making that move, and they've offered a decent amount in 10.1 million. So yes, I will accept that. Tammy Abraham's loan deal I didn't reject. I've done that now just for you guys because you want to keep him. Matt Miazga. We've accepted some deals for him already. We've got another offer coming in. I think we had another offer coming in. Let me have a look. Yeah. Oh yeah, St. Etienne. I think he's going. He'll definitely be leaving the club. I thought he'd already moved to Atalanta, but not happened yet. And I hope he goes to St. Etienne because they've offered us more money. Victor Moses, gone. 8.5 million added to the budget. In Milan, the place where Bakayoko spent time on loan last season, have come in for him with a £20 million bid. Do we think we could get 25? Do we think we could get 5 mil extra for us in this deal? Because if we can, I'm going to do it, obviously. They obviously like what they saw during his loan spell. Propose a new transfer fee. If they don't up it, I will accept the 20 million, just to make that clear. I don't want to scare Milan off here. If they storm out, I'll be fuming. They're willing to pay it. Cool. Probably could have got a bit more for him, but Bakayoko for 25 mil was a great piece of business because he's not in our plans. Izzy Brown, Cardiff City, put in a bid. 5.5 million. Very good offer. Izzy Brown, another player that probably at another club with less sort of talented youngsters in it would develop and come through. He's obviously spent time on Huddersfield, I think, during their promotion season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure it's Huddersfield or Brighton. No, it's definitely Huddersfield. He's off to Cardiff. He's just in the way of others, and I feel a bit sorry for him, but he's got to go. Bakayoko, done. 22 million added to the budget. Bournemouth have come in with a bid of 2.9 million for Michael Hector. We've already accepted a bid of 3 from Levante, but we'll accept the one from Bournemouth as well because we just want him off the roster. We want the wage budget back. More offers. Ooh, well, one's a youth squad monthly report. Let's have a look at Gracia. Look, potential between 90 and 94. Stay there, man. Keep going. He's still just 15 years old. He's going to be some talent. We've got to keep him on our radar. But the offer for Willian's from Manchester United. I should have sold him to Bournemouth, I think it was, who made the offer. 22 million from Manchester United. I think I can get more than that. Potentially, not much more. I don't want to scare... You know what Mourinho's like. He'll just storm out of a meeting for the sake of storming out of a meeting for a bit of publicity. But we know he's a fan of Willian. 25 mil, do you reckon we could get? I could go for more, but the extra 2 mil will help, I guess. Bit sad to see Willian and Pedro leave the club, but we definitely don't need them around now. We've signed Mbappe. Probably the best right-sided winger in the world. Ooh. I'll stall it. There'll be a poll. Do we accept that or not? Let me know. Especially because he's going to a rival. A couple of potential backup goalkeeper signings, by the way, because I'm aware I haven't got one of them yet. We're not going to go for Lafont, but Kiko Casilla. Decent keeper. He's at Real Madrid. I've got no idea of his valuation, but we know he's third in the pecking order at Real Madrid. They've obviously got Courtois now. Maybe I should have got a scout report first. His contract is expiring in 11 months, so maybe like a low fee of 7.5. I feel like they're going to storm out. It's a fair offer. 11.5 million for a backup goalkeeper is not bad. We've raised a lot of money recently. I hope he tells me what his salary is, because I've got no idea what he's on at Real Madrid. Is he happy to be a rotation player? Yes, he is at 32 years old. He'd like a 3-year deal. We'll accept that. He's got experience of a bit of being at a top club, so he ticks all the boxes that your backup goalkeeper would like. Please tell me how much he wants. 61 grand a week. Do you know what? Every club needs a backup keeper. I could negotiate. 15 appearances is probably roughly what he is going to make for us. So let's just get Kiko Casilla in. That solves a big headache of not having a backup keeper. I know a lot of you are talking about Bolka, but he's not in the squad on the game. I don't know where he is. Otherwise, I'd develop him. Brighton want Willian. Really? They've offered more than Man United. I would rather he went to Brighton than Man United, so I might do a sneaky little thing and sell him to Brighton. I know we've stalled on the other offer. I'll ask for 25 mil if we get... I'm more annoyed about the fact that it's Man United that want him, rather than the fact that I'm selling him. Look at Chrissy Houghton there. Good old boy he is. I'll ask for 25 because we would have accepted that from Man United. And I've got no issue with him going down there. Okay, cool. They've offered it. No questions asked. I hope he goes. Scout report on Nick Pope, valued at 11 million. Obviously, he's sort of in and around the goalkeeper scene at the moment. Got called up to the England national side as well. We don't need him now. We've got Kiko Casilla. So sorry, mate. Too little, too late. Hector has gone to Bournemouth. 2.3 million added to the budget. And Fulham want Charlie Masonda on loan. And that is something I'm very happy about, because I want him to develop. And I'd love to see him do that at a club like Fulham, our West London neighbours. Accept that, Charlie. Off you go, lad. Burnley, the latest club to show an interest in Matt Miazga. 5.4 million, the highest bidder so far. So, of course, we accept that. No questions asked. I think it's safe to say it's been a very busy summer for us, shaping the squad. Lots of ins, lots of outs. So I'm quite relieved now to just put all that behind me, get back to some match action. We're at Wembley Stadium, great venue for the Community Shield, the traditional curtain raiser. We are, of course, taking on Arsenal, the team who won the FA Cup, so congratulations to them, as we've already said. And I can tell you already, one problem we're going to face this year is keeping morale high and keeping everybody happy. So many big-name players didn't even make the matchday squad. One thing I will say about this Arsenal lineup, very strong. You can see they've got Rugani, Munier at right back as well. Grimaldo, who was suggested that we signed at one point. It's just very dangerous all over the pitch. I've got players like Mesut Ozil with his creative talent playing behind someone as quick and pacey as Aubameyang. We're starting with the same formation that we kind of played for the back end of last season, but look at the starting 11. It is scary good. We've got Hazard and Mbappe playing behind Batshuayi. I think one thing that is clear from our summer signings is that we've signalled our intent, and that is that we are not just going to win the league and dwell on it and sit on it. We're going to defend our title with everything we've got. And we've made some big name signings, including this man, Mbappe, who could be in here. He's got Batshuayi in the middle. Hazard at the back stick. The pass was deflected. Batshuayi collides with Leno, but somehow it stays out. Grimaldo bursting forward. We've got Christensen here wearing number 13. I might have to sort that out. What did he wear? Is he 27 at Chelsea, I think? Batshuayi is currently wearing that number, so maybe we'll have a bit of a shuffle round. But here's Kovacic, who's now a permanent member of the squad, of course. Marcos Alonso feeds it forward to Hazard. Flag stays down. He's got Batshuayi in the middle. Got Mbappe at the back. He looks to bend it, Hazard. And he can. He can do that. What a glorious goal. Just over 15 minutes gone, and Hazard shows exactly what we want from him this coming season. The man for the big occasion. Yes, it's technically a pre-season game, but on a venue full of people like Wembley, he comes up with the magic moments. Oh no, could be an instant response. Aubameyang's in. Kepa, good save. Good save, lad. Aubameyang's pace. Should have scored that though, actually. Played through. It always looks a bit awkward, his body shape. Özil. Aubameyang. Into Torreira. Good ball out wide. Kepa's going to try and go for that. He's going to get there with ease. I don't know why I made that sound so dramatic. Bread and butter stuff for the keeper. Hazard finds Kovacic. Touch let him down there. And Mesut Ozil will pick up the ball. Here is Aubameyang looking for a 1-2 with Mesut Ozil. Don't want to pull all the defenders out of position. That somehow has happened anyway. Cross from Munier, that's safe. Where's he going with that? I honestly believe that with the squad depth we've got and the players we've assembled and signed, that we can compete on all fronts next year. I don't want to get overexcited. Christensen, what a tackle. But yeah, Champions League, Premier League, domestic cups, we could win it all. Here is Kovacic, got Hazard to his left. Great ball on the volley, Eden. Half volley will do. Good save from Leno. Alright, it's a loose pass. That is a loose pass. Rudiger, good tackle. Great recovery challenge. That's one thing I've got to stop doing this year. Conceding really stupid, sloppy goals. Mesut Ozil plays the ball out to Danny Welbeck, who's come on at half-time, I think, for Arsenal. If he didn't start the game, did he? It's a nice turn from Welbeck. Ronaldo takes over, stands the ball up. Christensen heads the ball away. Kante. It's about Shuai. He turns. He's got Mbappe to his right, who's onside and pacey. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, I tried to put it through his legs. That nearly worked. Not quite. Mesut Ozil. Far too much space for him in that midfield. Not happy about that. Welbeck to Aubameyang. Plays it to Mkhitaryan. Looks to get it back. Surely that was a foul by Rudiger there. Nothing given. And now we can counter-attack. If we get a second goal, I feel like that would really knock the stuffing out of Arsenal. We look for Mbappe. Mbappe very quick. Couple of step-overs. Lays it off to the edge of the box. Hazard! He's going to be on form this year. He is going to be on absolute form this year. What a first-time finish that is. Just sweeps the ball into the bottom corner and then teases those Arsenal fans. But that's an assist from Mbappe on his first appearance for the club. More of the same, please. Lovely little step over there. Dragged it back. Look at this from Hazard. Just bends it beautifully. The worst thing about that is he's obviously just grabbed his second goal, so he's now on a hat-trick. But I'd already submitted some substitutions before he did it. So he's not going to get the chance to get the hat-trick because he's coming off now in a double substitution. Which sees Leon Bailey come on. It's a triple substitution. Morata come on and Ross Barkley as well. Players that the squad is going to have to be heavily rotated. No place today for Zaha. What the hell, man? So that's a great ball. Danny Welbeck's in a bit of space. We're tracking back. No penalty. Christensen. Good tackle, lad. Oh, and a calm little chip over the top to Aspi. And then we go to Barkley. Then out left to Alonso. I feel like Sarri ball could be a thing this year. Leon Bailey wants to stretch his legs. Leon Bailey could be in on goal here. Come on, man. That was unlucky. Did pretty much everything right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mesut Ozil. Wee, what you up to there, lad? Kepa, stay on your line. I did not bring him out. I was going to pass it back to him. I was not expecting him to do that, and it very nearly cost us. But, oh, look at that ball. Morata makes a run. Can he be found by Barkley? He can. Wants it on his right foot. Touch. Gets it there, and then hits it with his left anyway. Berardi into Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum with a good ball through. This time, Kepa is right to come out. He's been largely a spectator in the second half. It's been such a dominant display, which obviously at the back end of last season we struggled. But like I said to you, with the players we've got now, I don't think we will struggle as Mbappe looks to get in here. But Kolasinac sorts that out. 7 minutes left before we get our hands on our first of hopefully many trophies this season. High expectations, but we've got the players to do it. Berardi into Ozil. Clean sheet would be nice. Aubameyang. Back to Berardi. Christensen. What a game he's had, by the way. Rudiger. Don't do that, please. What is... Lads. Lads. Kepa. Thank you. And away. And away. Challenge and away. Well done, Kovacic. Oh, what was I saying earlier about sloppy, stupid goals? Corner from Welbeck. Goes deep. Goes high. Oh, good save, Kepa. Love that. Corner. Berardi whips it into the near post. It's headed away by Morata of all people. Kovacic with a bit of skill on the edge of the box. I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't stoppage time. But referee brings the game to a close. We've won the Community Shield. Convincingly as well, I might add. More pleasing than actually winning the game is the performance and the manner in which we did it. Because Arsenal are no pushovers. They're no mugs. They've got a talented side as we saw at the beginning. But as Azpilicueta, as skipper going into this season, it will remain that way. He will still be the captain. Is going to lift the shield itself. Well done, boys. Well played. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end a frantic, busy episode 1. That email, by the way, let's have a look here. Who's retracted? Manchester United. I knew Mourinho would pull out. Musonda's gone to Fulham on a 1-year loan. Matt Miazga is not going to St Etienne. Talks are broken down, but there are still other clubs interested. And Izzy Brown's completed his move with Cardiff. And that really is where we're going to end this episode, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed the signings that we've made. Obviously, I'm never going to please everybody, but I hope, on the whole, you're pretty happy with the squad that we've assembled going into this second season as reigning champions, defending our title and looking to fire on all fronts in Europe as well. You can see we've got Burnley on the opening day of the season. A very tough fixture traditionally. I hope we're at home. I'm not going to look. We'll save that before the next episode when our season gets underway for real. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll see you in the next one.